Hey y'all, what's up? I hope y'all had a great week. I've been doing my hair a lot lately the last couple weeks on Smackdown, and trying to tweet. So I'm surprised at myself. I've been multitasking. Um, Today Smackdown was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. A lot of rich history there. A lot of tragic history there. If you don't know about the Tulsa massacre, look it up. And this is the reason why critical race theory should be taught in school. Not just for because everybody needs to learn about cultures, different cultures, and not just like my culture and Black history, even though it's a big part of our country, but Asian history, Jewish history, German, the people that came over here from Germany, how they were treated after the war, the ones that didn't want to be a part of the war, the Italians, like everybody, Native Americans, because this was there in the Hispanics land before we even came over here, and now we're trying to keep them out in 2024, which to me is crazy. But yeah, so just I don't know. Today was cool. It had just about everything. Every person that I liked just about in the show was in the show. The only people that weren't in the show that I like on SmackDowns, of course, is Tegan and Indy Pixie, what I call Candice and Indy Hartwell. But other than that, the show was good. Hold on, I'm trying to get my part together. The show was good. So Cody comes out first. But if I had to rank it, I would say Raw and NXT is tied for first. And I only say that because I did not watch NXT. I watched the highlights, but the part with the Rascals and stuff was crazy. Okay? Like, I'm mad I missed the show. I think I fell asleep again. Like, Mondays be wearing me out. And Tuesdays, because I'm coming off the weekend, going to bed late and waking up early, that it catches up with me and I end up taking a nap and sleeping through like till 8 something, and then when I remember, I'm like, it's only an hour left. I'm gonna be either lost or I forget. But it started off with Cody coming out and him saying what, and basically welcoming Tulsa to WWE SmackDown or whatever. Hold on. And asking them what they want to talk about. And then my song comes on. Y'all know my song. And Solo comes out with, I'm going to call them the Wrestling Immature. For y'all who don't know the group Immature, I might be too old. But I only say that because Tonga has that patch like Romeo from Immature. But he comes out and he's like, what do you want to talk about and stuff like that. So they come out talking about SummerSlam and stuff. And Cody's like, I wasn't trying to bring up the past, but since you want to bring up the past, like basically I beat you. Roman came out, you know what I'm saying, beat y'all up too. And then he was like, and then you want to be a cosplay version of the tribal chief. I was crying. That part had me crying, laughing. He's like, and you lost. Like, he said, you injured Jacob. And I said, oh, man, he injured for real. Like, I'm sad for real. Like, legit sad. Like, I like the Usos and all that. You know what I'm saying? But as current Fatus go, Jacob is my favorite. And, so, like, I'm legit sad that he's injured. Like, I don't know how long he's going to be out. I hope it's not that long. But I knew he hurt himself when he was loud and cussed on TV. He was like, get this man. And I'm like, yeah, he hurt. So then they tried to get him, of course, because that's what they do. And KO come out with a chair. Because I'm like, Lord, who... That's honestly, at first when I thought Roman was going to come out. Because I was like, who want... He about to be jumped. And then KO come out. Then he's basically like, wait, KO. I'm going to ask Nick, you know what I'm saying, to have you, for you to wrestle me at Bash at Berlin. So KO's like, I don't deserve it. And I'm like, first of all, dog, you've been wrestling with this man for a year. To help him against the Bloodline. You've been 10 toes down for him. Okay? You had a match before, got cheated out of it. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he's talking about there's other people back there who deserve it more. And I'm sitting there like, who? Who else? I'm over here getting like New Day. Who? Because I'm like, who else? Randy is on Raw. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, I think, is a tag team. They even put Apollo and Baron together. And that's weird me calling him next. I always say Corbin. But I'm like, and they just got here. So like, and LA got a title. So who else would you fight? Like, because the only other person I had up the road was Randy. And I feel like that might be another PLE type situation. And then, I don't know who else he would fight. Like, I feel like he will fight Roman later down the road, maybe. But Roman might not go for that right now. He might go for something else. Like, I don't know. I see him get his title back, but not right now. I feel like he got to handle business first with his family first. Okay? So, he was like, no, I ain't going to do it. Basically. Like, do it for the fine. I ain't going to do it. So, Cody's like, I'm gonna go ask Nick or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. He gonna go ask Nick. So then LA Knight come out and they show Corey and Wade. And Corey looks great in that burnt orange. And I was like, I tweeted and I said, so either we think alike, or he watching this, or somebody else had told him he looked good in that color. Because I'm like, I done said that about a week or two ago. And I was like, and he wearing it. But he looked great. He looked great. Like, it's certain colors. Like, certain people look good in every color. And I'm not negating the fact that he doesn't. But I'm like, certain colors make every person pop out. And I'm like, any type of red or reddish colors, you know what I'm saying? Pink, red, orange, them colors, he looks great in. Like, green is okay because it was different. Black is a standard. But I'm like, and blue is cool. But I'm like, the reds for me, for him is like, I think that's the best color palette for him. In my opinion. I mean, other people can have other opinions, whatever. But, yeah, so he come out, I think he had issues coming up on the ring. And he was like, you hear that, you know that music? And I was sitting there like, because I think I just came from the kitchen. And I was like, it sounded the same to me. And I said, the only thing, so I didn't catch the beginning. I don't know what the beginning was about of his intro, like what it sounded like. And I said, it sounded like to me that they tweaked some instruments in the studio. They tweaked a couple instruments. They lowered some of the instruments in the studio so you don't hear them as much. And they raised the level volume of other instruments so you could hear them better. Or they had a real live band go in there and play it and had the guitar player riff out a little bit more. And this is speaking from, like I said, my whole family is musicians, and my son's father plays in Nashville. So this is speaking from, and I do sound and stuff. And when you do sound, you hear stuff different. So this is speaking from experience of Bloodline and trained ear and sound. So I was like, I could be wrong, but I was like, that's what it sounds like. Okay. This braid feel like it's gonna be a mess, but he come out and talking trash. So when he said when he was giving his speech, and he was like, basically I hit it and quit it. I said, not you hitting it and quitting it. Yeah, I gotta redo this. Not you hitting it and quitting it. So he said that a couple times. I was like, yo, you gotta chill. So um, after he said that, I was like, okay. So I said, watch it be Carmelo, Santos, on Andrade come out. As soon as I said that, here comes Santos. And I was like, I knew it. I said, because he had issues with Santos and Melo weeks ago. But I'm like, Andrade, I just put in there because he would qualify for a U.S. title. Like, great person in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Every match he's had so far has been good matches. So he said what he said, and then Santos, I said, everybody's saying Escobar, and I was like, what? And oh, my hair's pulling. Sorry. And LA was like, you ain't getting this thing off me, not because you can't, but because I won't let you. And you know what I noticed about his theme? Okay, so when you go around the ring, it's very much yellow and red, like Slim Jim colors. But the is kind of like giving comic book. And it's giving kind of like comic book. So I'm like, oh, it's giving, because I already said in the past that like he gives, and he's retweeted me on this and reposted my story on Instagram when I said this. The caption under seeing him live, and I was like, LA Knight very much gives me 90s action hero star, like a Rob Van Dam. Not Rob Van Dam, not RVD, sorry, Jean-Claude Van Damme. So I was like, it's very much giving me, you know what I'm saying, between his look and stuff like that, that's what it's giving me. So, that's exactly what it gave me. So, he come out and Santos, his name was like, everybody that wants to have this match because they think they deserve it. They deserve this. They deserve that. He was like, you got to qualify. And I was like, okay. Because now that's the thing with WWE. All these people think they deserve. And I was like, that's one of the main things with Drew McIntyre. Oh, I deserve this. I deserve this. Like, so does everyone else. You know what I'm saying? And Drew, out of all the people, in my opinion, has had the most opportunities after he done missed the past opportunity. Like, after he done messed up in the past, you keep getting new ones. But he thinks he deserves. So, whatever. But, Santos and Escobar. So, he come out with Legado de Fantasma. When he comes out, all of them look great. Elektra looks great. I had just wondering, like, when she was in NXT and came to Smackdown, because she came before the draft, did she get injured? And they was like, we don't want to get rid of you. We gonna make you a manager type situation. I was like, or is it like a Maxine thing where she's like the manager for a little bit, but then she goes on to wrestle? Or like, what is that with her? Because I'm like, she's only had like one match, and that was against Zelina. So it's not like she can't. So why doesn't she? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they the new LWO for SmackDown? You see what I'm saying? Like how I mentioned, I'll explain. Okay, so remember how I mentioned in the past, for those who watch my videos, is you have a set of women that wrestle, okay? And you have teams and you have singles. And then you have the teams and the singles that get together occasionally, like Lyra with Katana and Kaden, or like Naomi with the Stormiest duo and they become the big three, stuff like that. Or like Belair with Alba and Alba, you know what I'm saying? So is it like that, or is it like Michin, where she has her faction of the OC and she's down with her faction because that's her family, but then if she want to ride out with the girls, she'll ride out with the girls. You know what I'm saying? Like on NXT, she fights with the OC. Like it was OTM versus the OC mixed tag match. And then when she comes to SmackDown, she fighting with Bailey against Nia. You know what I'm saying? Or is Elektra more like a Zelina and she only fights when the people in her group fight. Like, we might get one singles match out of Zelina a whole year. You know what I'm saying? But all the other times, if she's fighting, it's because she's fighting with the LWO. It's not like, she has her own separate thing like Michin does, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense, but in my head it makes sense, but it might not come out making like I'm making sense. I don't know. Y'all let me know, because sometimes, you know, it's called Wrestling and Rants, and then sometimes I'll be ranting and all of the stuff that I be saying makes sense to me, but I don't know if it makes sense. If it makes sense to other people. Okay? Like, I just want to know if it makes sense to others, because I don't want to, I don't know. I only made this video honestly to get out what I was thinking. These videos in my head, it wasn't for like no type of fame or anything like that. So whoever watches this, I'm cool with it, but if you don't, it's fine too. I feel like I got it. So yeah, Andrade and Santos fought in the ring. Andrade's look when he came in the ring, that red, white, and blue. First of all, like I said, it's tell signs that you can tell who's married to who, because they either have like similar styles or music or something like that. The only people that I knew, or similar fighting styles or whatever, that I didn't know was married at first was Bianca and Montez. But like Candice and Johnny have like, what does stuff say, like the workhorse Untitled, they have like that, and they're such tacticians in the ring. It kind of, and then we see them with their baby. But and then you have like Charlotte and Andrade, whose entrance at the beginning, or part of their entrance, is kind of the same. And then Seth and Becky's song is basically the same, except for his is slower. The oh, and then hers is faster. I think she has an extra O in hers. Like it's like tell signs where you know. So I was just like, but I love the mask, and I love that jacket. Like the jacket is what did it for me, because I was like, oh snap, like I like that. But that match was very good, very, 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 very good. And I don't know what was the reason why Andrade got left, got cut the first time, but I'm so happy that Triple H and others are like bringing back certain people, because they're showing us why they shouldn't have ever left in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're making the most of their comeback. It's because I'm like, when I saw him in the ring the first time, I was like, okay. But every week he's been delivering. I ain't gonna cover nobody's husband, so I ain't gonna say it. What else? I was thinking. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone, because it's a couple of men that's on Smackdown. I'd be like, okay, but then they're married, whether they announce or they wrestle. So I was like, I don't do too much. Like I mentioned, I think a way long time ago. Like once I found out I'm married, I stopped looking at people like that, because I'd be like, that's somebody's husband. But yeah, so that was a good match. And you know, in all honesty, I thought Elektra or like the Legado, Angel Alberto was gonna come in and interfere. My mind, Carmelo did not cross my mind, which I'm surprised about, because they fought the last 2 weeks, but I don't know why I didn't think that he's gonna come and sabotage the match. And because Elektra was distracting the ref, so I was half right. Carmelo tried to come in and you know, interrupt it or cause Andrade to lose. It didn't work the first time. So then he came back and did it, and then it ended up working the second time because Santos won. But I was like, truth be told, Santos might have been the U.S. champion had he not got injured this time last year. Because I think he ended up beating Ray, and then I think he injured his arm, and Ray ended up being the U.S. champion or whatever. And then that's how Logan got it, because he got it from Ray. So I don't know. Who knows? Because it's so many twists and turns with everything. Don't nobody know. Somebody before the show I was looking at on Twitter was like, please don't let there be no heel turns this week. Like, my heart can't take no more heel turns this week. I was like, honestly, between the anxiety of the daggone Olympics, okay, and wrestling this week, my heart, y'all gotta let nigga know, like this, okay? So I'm watching the Olympics on Thursday because I'm off. Because it was Hurricane Debbie that came through, and they had closed schools. So when they close schools, Boys and Girls Club is closed for my son. I don't go to work because I have nobody to watch him. So I told him, I took off, and I'm sitting here watching the Olympics, and then I'm pissed because they got track going on at the same time they got the men's basketball game. Okay? Sidebar. So then they got Germany facing France. That was the most lit game. But then I said, and this is the second time I didn't confirm this, France is just lit, period. Because they was lit at this basketball game. I think I watched the soccer game, they was lit like that. And then will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas said that France was live like that. I said, if I ever need a pick-me-up, okay, I need to watch something that France is a part of. It'll lift your spirits. I don't care how sad or depressed you are, because they was the entire time, okay? And then that was a close game. France ended up winning. So then I'm watching track, okay? My girl Sydney done set another record for the daggone hurdles. Tara won in the long jump, and I think she hit the world record. Okay, I didn't even get Nolan had from the bronze, and my man's had COVID. First of all, I was upset for 3 reasons. One is he said he deals with anxiety, depression, asthma, allergies, ADHD. That is crazy to me. Like, and he still won. So he got asthma, okay? One, I was upset because I missed that one, okay? I missed that race because I was sitting there watching the basketball game. Two, I was upset because I think I was only upset for 2 reasons. Oh, no. 3 reasons. 2, I was upset because he had COVID and you racing. Like, so did nobody know you had COVID? That's I feel like that's so irresponsible and disrespectful, because if nobody knew you had COVID except for maybe your coach, I don't care if you're outside or not, everybody is at risk. COVID is a virus, and viruses are in the air. So I don't care. It's easier to catch it in closed quarters because air is contained. But you can still catch it outside. That was number 2. And then number 3 was like, that had to have been a drill meet. That's why I was pissed. Because it's no way in hell you're going to tell me you got asthma and COVID and crazy bronze in the world. Okay? I just had COVID for the second time the end of June. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was about to die. That's why I was mad. Like, I know he ain't just metal and he got COVID. Like, that's... I was pissed, but I was impressed. Like, why when I get it, I can't breathe, but everybody gets stuff different. Like, when I get it, I used to have childhood asthma, and breathing, I can't breathe at all. And then I don't have any energy at all. Like, for my son, it was sore throat and fatigue, and he threw up once. Like, it's different. But after he threw up and went to sleep for like 14 hours, the other days he was fine. I'm over here in the struggle, okay? then also my anxiety was that daggone men's US versus Serbia game that had me on edge, and I thought we was going to lose. And I was like, if we lose this thing, we're going to have to compete for bronze. And we ain't competed for bronze since 2004. Like, I was, ooh, y'all. Yes, they stressed me out. Okay. and the women won today. So both teams is up against France next tomorrow and Saturday. So I'm watching that. But I feel them on the heel turns between SummerSlam and this Olympics, and then the heel turns, all that during SummerSlam and on Tuesday. Like, I can't do it. So I was like, y'all need to let people know y'all gonna be doing this, and we barely winning in Olympics and stuff like that, because I need a drink or something. And then homegirl fought Canada for wrestling today, and it's her third. She was going for her third Olympic win. Nobody's ever medaled 3 times in wrestling, I think, at all, for women. Us women, man, us women be doing it. Okay, I think he said ever. I don't even think he said in women's category. I think he said ever. Okay, for wrestling, we fight up against Canada for the gold. She fights up. She pins the girl in 24 seconds. I say, God dang, you train. Just imagine you training for 4 years to lose in 24 seconds. Like, that's embarrassing. Like with Bianca, I feel like when she lost, what was it, Fastlane to EO, she was injured. She had the title for what, like 5 seconds or something like that. But you know, a lot of that is storyline, all that other stuff. I'm like, they like, oh, she got bronze. I don't know. I mean, silver. I don't know if people gonna remember that she got silver, or people gonna remember that she got pinned in 24 seconds. Because as soon as she got pinned, she like, I was like, dang, I'm glad I ain't looked down, because the thing I would have missed it. But yeah, like that was. So then after that, it was Jade versus Alba, I think. Alba, yeah. Jade come out. She got the long hair. Okay. Now I mentioned before, like Jade's gorgeous regardless, but I think the short hair, I love her with the short hair, and because I think it accentuates her cheekbones better. And she fights Alba. Bianca's there with her ringside, thankfully. Okay. Alba comes out with Alba, and they're fighting, tag teams or whatever. They had won last Tuesday, I think. So they're having a match or whatever. It goes pretty well. I missed the part. I was genuinely asking. I wasn't trying to be funny, but when like Bianca had Alba and she slipped, so I said, I'm not Bianca, Jade. So I said, did she almost drop her, or was that a counter move? Because I was literally tweeting, and I was like, I don't know what's happening. Nobody responded. So I don't know what that part was, but Jade, I will say, has gotten better. But I was like, you can tell, like, she's been working on stuff. I guess the comments and stuff people are reading, or she's reading them, or whatever. But she's gotten better. Her timing with her super kicks and stuff have gotten better. It's like barely noticeable and things like that. So it's always been people like, as advertised. I said, I feel like when the commentators have to keep saying that every week, it's because they're trying to convince us. That's what it is. It's just like with the AI stuff. They're trying to desensitize us from, oh, she's maybe not that bad. And I love her down, okay? I didn't like her since AEW. But some people are worse than me, because they're like, she's the Macho Man Randy Savage. Like, she had the body, she had the look, all that, but she was basically, or the Goldberg. Only had like certain moves, which I was never a fan of him, but I digress. And now that he says certain stuff, now that I'm older, I'm really not a fan of him. But, or never will be, because I never was one. But, yeah, so Alba try to pull some stuff. Bianca comes to the side like, no, we not doing that. So Jade pins her, does a Jaded, right? Turn around, they show, No, what had me at first, after she almost is that she hit her with some move and did like this. And I said, not the hair flick. I was like, I'm not mad at it though, right? So then she wins. So Blair comes out of nowhere and I'm like, where does she keep coming from? Like, what is happening? Okay? Trying to figure out like why she keep attacking him. So she attacks him and I says, and where the hell is Naomi? Because earlier I was like, is Naomi gonna be here this week? So they get attacked. All three of them come out. We hear Naomi's music. I say, yes. So then she got the bubble in her hair with her hair out. So I'm like, oh, we going back to old school hair out, Naomi. With some like, I want to say a throwback gear. But honestly, I don't know if that's new or throwback because, when you wear certain colors that are the same constant colors, like you have to look at detailing of certain stuff to know that it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like with Cody's jackets. They're basically all the same, but it's like certain things that are different. Like the sequence might be different. It might be like, if they're like in France, it might be like half America, half France flag in the back. You know what I'm saying? Or like the things right here, instead of them being like silver, they might be gold. Or like the stitching might be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like different stuff. When you wear the same stuff, it's like very little details that separate to make it different, but it's the same. So I was like, Naomi's gear is kind of like that too, but Miss Sandra does both their gear. So, I don't know if it's old gear or if it's new gear, if it's something she bought and fit and uses gear, but that color green is my color, so I ain't mad at it. So then when they came back, Bianca doing all this, I think Jade poses or something like that, and then I think it was like big three or whatever. And literally when she came into the ring, my body, I got chills. You know how like when they showed the Rock Up Close when he came out and he went like this and then he showed his skin and he had chills from the audience. When she came out, I literally caught chills. Like the first time they came out before WrestleMania, I almost cried. But this time, like, I literally had chills. Okay? And I think the only other time outside of that I might have had some kind of like is when they had the inaugural Women's North American Championship and all the women of like color was in there. Like out of the 6 women, 5 of them were black or half black. Well, if you have black, you black. So but that's the only other time. So I'm like, that's gonna be a Bachelor Berlin match, which is kind of close to their home, I guess. Well, it's over there in Europe. Might not be close, but it's in Europe. I would have thought that like Piper would have a match since they're gonna be over there. I don't know if it's gonna be like her versus Nia, which I feel like will be a good match. But we'll see. We still got what, 2 more weeks? 2 or 3 more weeks? I kind of low-key wish I would have planned out the end of my summer better, because normally I do. I could have went to Orlando this coming Friday, like I mentioned, because my mama lives in Haines City, and I could have drove 40 minutes to the venue. So she stays closer to Lakeland, and I've never been to a house show, and I would have just went to the house show on Saturday, because Lakeland is literally up the street from her. But I don't know. I was like, I think that house show sold out, because I think them tickets went on sale like March. I didn't know if I was gonna be down there or not. And then the next weekend they gonna be in my home, DC. So which would have been cool to see, but I'm not going up there to my birthday, which is in September. So that is what it is. So, they're talking about, I think, a qualifying match or something like that. So, no, hold on, wait. I'm trying to think of who. Oh, so then they showed Tiff, right? I think it might have been before or after. And they show her getting, like, talking to the dude about getting the stuff ready for, like, Nia's celebration of her being Queen of the Ring and Women's Champion. So, pretty deadly because, first of all, I liked her outfit. Okay, it's very cute. And I love that she got the satch and she wears it like either the book bags we used to wear in the early 2000s or like a big purse. I thought that was cute. But it was pretty deadly for me because they was like, when we win, you want to throw our thing and we do pretty deadly. They still stuck on this musical situation. So she was like, yeah. Then she was like, no. He was like, we need you to be, what he said, Sabrina Carpenter mixed with the enthusiasm of One Direction. I was like, what? Like, what? Before that. So before that, even before I get to that. So, hold on. No, I'll get to it afterwards. So she walks off and was like, whatever. So then they show Chelsea, which Chelsea has more of a natural beat today. Her face looks more natural, which I like, because I don't like when they wear, like the women wear a whole bunch of makeup, only because I think they're naturally pretty. So they don't need too much. But she had her hair, and she was basically like, the only reason why you doing all this is because you about to basically stab Nia in the back. And she was like, whatever, don't you got a ladder to fall off or something? I think Patrick was like, Nia doesn't even like pink. And she was like, you know that she was her friend. And then like she walked off or something like that and was like, did whatever. And I had to reevaluate my life because I was like, has Nia ever worn pink? And I was like, I don't think she's worn pink. Not at Smackdown. Like when she does like Fashion Nova modeling, she'll wear like a pink outfit if they give her one. But I was like, I don't even think when she wears her regular clothes, she has pink on. So I'm like, that very much might be true. Also, another side note, Shayna is 44. First of all, us millennials, let me tell you something. We aging real well, okay? Because she looks good, okay? If you wouldn't have said she was 44, I wouldn't know. And this is how I know we aging well. Because these Gen Z kids, and that's everyone born, what was it, from 96 to 2012 or 2011? Y'all look old, okay? My niece is 17. And depending on what she wears, or not even what she wears, what makeup she wears, she look older than me. It looked like we two friends going out. Like, and I'd be like, girl. And first of all, she's naturally pretty, okay? Like, you don't need all that. Makeup was supposed to enhance beauty, or some people that might have like hyperpigmentation, or like they want to cover up their freckles or something. It was for that. It was never to make you look like a whole nother person. Like, I just be baffled. So, yeah, it's baffling to me. Because when they list, like, if they do list certain like, superstars' ages and stuff, I'd be like, wow. I don't know. I just be amazed and stuff. But then I tell people my age, and nobody ever thinks I'm the age that I am. So, I don't know. I don't I don't remember if I mentioned it. So I think KO went back to talk to Nick, who's my favorite GM. And he was like, basically like, he don't deserve it. It's a whole bunch of people in the locker that do deserve it or whatever. And then they was like, well, we'll give it to Sunshine. He's like, I'll talk to Roman about it. He was like, I hope you're not about to give it to him. He's like, he had it for over 1,300 days. And he's basically like, I don't care. Something. So I was like, so he basically got talked into the the match. The only thing about that though is because they're cool, there's no need for a build-up, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because a good thing is there's really no momentum for this match, but you don't really have to do too much, like with Randy and when Randy and KO was in that triple threat. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like it allows you to focus on the other matches for Bash at Berlin. You don't have to really too much focus on KO and Cody. Not unless one of them are going to do something shady to each other, cause a rift before the match. There's no need. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's going to be a good match. So I was like, please don't let him say no. Please don't let him say no. And then once he agreed to it, I was like, yes, I'm here for it. Okay? I'm here for the match. So, what they said, they was having a qualification. No, what threw me is they showed on the things like, we're having a tag team qualification match. So I was like, that's when I was like, dang, how long Jacob gonna be out for? So when they said that, they showed DIY and Pretty Deli, and I said, oh hell no. I said, I know they're not about to have this qualification match, and Street Profits is not in this match. So when they showed A Town Down Under, and y'all know I laugh every time they come out because Grayson is a fool, but they showed him, and I was like, and then he smashed the cup. I said, oh, thank God. So he smashed the cup. I was like, so Street Profits are qualifying this match. That's who they're fighting. So then they show, I think Byron with B-Fab and the Street Profits, and Angelo basically said what I said, like, it's been 3 years. I said, okay. And I said, if they don't win this qualification match, that's going to be a problem. Because I said, if y'all don't give them a title, y'all better at least give Montez, he better be the next U.S. champion. And I said, even if y'all give him the title, he could still be the next U.S. champion. Like, dag on. We is tired, okay? Tired of having to have this fight for you. And we was like, and Oklahoma loves them. Because as soon as he said, because we, and you hear the whole crowd, what the smoke? I think Tulsa has been the livest USA crowd that we've had, I think, since Chicago. Chicago, to me, is still the loudest USA crowd, televised USA crowd that we've had in America since France, or in general. Because people always say, oh, Madison Square Garden. I'm like, Madison Square Garden is an iconic place, but they don't even be as loud as Brooklyn. So, I might count them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got the chants and all that in Tulsa. So I was here for it. So they fought. And y'all know my boys had won, which I'm ecstatic about. So, Ball in Theory, go back and talk to Nick about getting championships and stuff like that. And he was like, obviously, if you complain, you get stuff done here, basically. And they were like, and Theory said, yeah, just like if I say Waller versus KO, and he made a face and was like, and Nick was like, that's a great idea. And he was like, I'm your friend, I got your back, just like you had mine. And I said, that's code for I'm getting you back for all them other times you set me up. Like, read between the lines, dog. So Theory walked off and Nick was gone. I was like, Paul about to lose that match, okay? Because Theory ain't gonna help him but so much, okay? And then I realized that his shorts say A-Town Down Under, I think, and Theory's trunks just say Theory. So we'll see. So then so then it was DIY versus Pretty Deadly. And you know they did their talk about how they lost and stuff like that, and the Bloodline came and destroyed him or whatever, and he was like, Pretty Deadly working people ain't gonna be like something. It's not gonna be. Isn't something gonna be about Pretty Deadly the musical? It's gonna be about the day one, the redemption of DIY. And I was like, talk your ish, Champa. Okay. I think Corey called him the Sicilian psychopath, and I said, okay, so we got a Sicilian psychopath, we got a Scottish psycho. I was like, is there any other country or city where we got another psychopath? The only other person I would think of, no, you know who would fit that outside of Carrion? And he'd be the Brooklyn psychopath, the Puerto Rican psychopath, whatever you want to call it. Shinsuke. And when the hell is he coming back? I like him fighting Cody would be a good match. But is he still signed to WWE? Because I know he goes to Japan for a little bit every year, you know, see his family and all that other stuff, and to go wrestle at independent shows and stuff. I guess that's in his contract because he left the same time last year and came back. But that's not right. And came back and had that whole situation with like Seth and I think Sammy at one point. But whenever he come back, that should be like Cody's next opponent outside of Randy. So yeah. So it was good. It was a good match. They started off well. DIY was up, and then Pretty Deadly hit him with the double uppercut. But when Pretty Deadly came out, their music sounded a little different. So I'm like, did they get something happen to their music, or maybe it's my hearing? I was like, my hearing is sensitive because I work in sound, so I was like, I don't remember it sounding as loud as it did today. Which is cool, but maybe it's just me. But the match ended, of course, with DIY winning. All of these matches were like, what do you call them, seesaw matches for the most part. Like one team might have had the lead for a while, and then another team has it for a while, or they go back and forth, so you don't know who's winning, which is good, which is great, because it keeps the audience on the edge of their seats. But and then I was like, I forgot how good Pretty Deadly is, because they're always so hilarious, you know. And then I was like, bruh, I will fall out laughing if the writers have a segment and actually write a part of a musical for them, and they do it on Smackdown, or they have it on YouTube. Like, I would be crying. You hear me? I was like, when I say I would be in tears, like, I would be in tears. So, like, why did they do this? Okay? But, ooh, my brain, sorry. That was good. Our match was pretty solid. So then, I think Tama had asked Solo, like, where is Roman? Like, basically they've been on the lookout for him, right? He was like, well, he ain't here, I'm about to go out. So y'all know my music play, because Solo got my favorite music. So I'm over here dancing, whatever. And he say what he say. Then he come out and say, Sosa, Oklahoma. Then he says, acknowledge me. As soon as he said that, I low-key thought Roman was going to come out. So I'm like, not you saying it and he in the same building. That's ballsy, okay? There's no way in hell. So they said it or whatever, and then he was like, say something about Roman, and then Roman's music comes on, which I like, because it doesn't have the big dog part mixed into it or whatever, and then it says OTC on it, which I still think it means only tribal chief. I don't care if it says original, he's the only. Like Cody say, Solo is the cosplay version. He's the only tribal chief. Okay? Roman is the only tribal chief to him. Jay said he only acknowledges Roman as tribal chief because he brought his family to the promised land. You know, a lot of people don't respect Solo as a tribal chief. They just look at him big bullies. You know what I was sad about though? Is that I thought that, what's going on with my braid? I thought that when Roman came out, we was gonna see Paul by his side. And I know Paul probably is on a much needed vacation or whatever. Or he could be in the back. Like, we don't know. The hell, I don't know. I don't work there. Yeah, but like, to see him come out, I'm like, he big as hell, okay? Like, Roman always been big, but it seemed he got bigger. And it seemed like he got a tan. And his hair grew out. On his beard grew out thicker. That's what it seemed like. Because I'm like, everybody go on hiatus from WWE and they come back swole as hell, okay? Because AJ was out for a couple months. My man is swole. Like, you can see the daggone muscles, veins in his arms. Who else came out? Randy left and came back swole. Now we see him on TV every week. We don't think nothing of it. But when we saw him in Survivor Series last year, we was like, God dang, he big. Like, his thigh muscle, boy, I'm like, he big, okay? Then he done went up 15 pounds since then. So I think on one of the Smackdowns when they introduced him as 275, he said, I'm 290. He said, your boy been eating. I was like, dang, he bigger? Like, what is the end goal? What is the end goal? Do y'all want to be like Cody Rhodes when he interviewed Bianca Belair and he said once he retires, he want to gain like 75 to 100 pounds and have like a tan and wear cargo shorts and t-shirts? Like, y'all want to be. And it was funny to me because I'm very visual. So like, I could picture, I could picture that in my mind, but I also, it's a gift and a curse, because when people explain stuff to you, you can picture it, but then if it's something like gruesome or nasty or something like that, or sexual that you don't want to know about, like, you can still picture it and you be like, oh, like, I don't want to know that. But when he said that, I was crying, laughing, like, what? Is this one longer than all the other ones? It is. I'm gonna have to cut it. But yeah, so he come out, all the people, whoo, you know, and they are loving him down, okay? He comes out, of course, you know, Solo sends Tama and Tonga out to get him. That don't help, okay? So then he tries to attack him. He gets Superman punch. They drag him out the ring. Come on here. They get him out of the ring, I think. And then he goes in there. No, before Solo hits him, he hits them with the stairs and all that. First, when Roman comes out, the first thing I noticed after, well, not first thing, because y'all already mentioned his beard and how being so, but before they even did a close-up of him, I saw his shoes and I said, what shoes are those? Because I need those. Like, honestly, if I were to give 2 people in WWE, three people in WWE would have tennis shoes for a good reason. And that's because I know they're sneakerheads, and they have mentioned that they're sneakerheads on like Up, Down, Down, or an interview or something. And it'll be Liv Morgan, Kofi Kingston, and Roman Reigns. Like, I think she said she got every pair of Jordan out. And then Kofi gets like unique and colorful shoes, and Roman's sneakerhead. And I think he said he always been sneakerhead, you know, because he wears a certain size shoe. But also because he took it back. He was like, remember we used to have to order shoes off East Bay? I was like, kids don't know nothing about no East Bay. He was like, when the Griffies and stuff came out, I said, okay, I think them shoes circled back around like 2 years ago, which I need to get me a pair for me and my son. I used to have the Penny Hardaways. Yes, all them. Okay? If you know, you know. If you don't worry about it. But, when he said that, I was like, okay. But I was like, what shoes are those? And I'm not really a Nike person. I know they Nikes. I'm not really a Nike person. Like I mentioned, I worked a lot of places. But in college, I worked at Foot Locker and Champs. So I still got the skill. Like, I could tell where you're, like, if you need a bigger size, something like that. And for the most part, I can look at a person's foot and be in the ballpark. I might be off half a size about what size they wear. And I'm like, what? Like, somebody talking, I'm like, what shoes are those? And I'm like, what are those? Like a 9? And they were like, yep. I was like, okay. But, like, you used to have to know, like, what shoes came out first, what time they come out, all of that. Get you a friend that worked in the Foot Locker and stuff, because the rule used to be, I don't know if it still is, when new exclusive shoes come out, like Jordans or something, you can get 2 sizes every coworker. That's why half the time they don't have the shoes, because between the layaway people and the coworkers, they don't have any. You could get a kid pair and an adult pair, and that was it for you. And then people would come in and do the raffle. So, like, after that, they would do the raffle, come in, do the raffle, and if they call you, you pick out what pair, like your shoe, and then the rest will be for the crowd. But that's how the stores I worked at did it. I don't know about other places. But yeah, like, I don't know what shoes he had on, but I need those, okay? And he came in wrecking, and then he did his ooh-wahs and all that other stuff. Then he saw, I don't know what it's called, because I was calling it the wrong thing. He saw it and went to go grab it, and then I think Tonga beat him up, and Tama went to give it to Solo, and Solo was like, you want this? And he was like, you gotta come get me, or something like that. So then I think he was going towards Solo, and I think he saw Tama. I want to say, and ran into the barricade. And Corey looked like he wanted to get up out of his chair and move out the way. And I'm like, you safe, dog. You ain't gotta move. Like, he not about to do what Jacob did. Like, Roman gonna give you a show, but Jacob is gonna give you a show with a little risk. That's the difference. You see what I'm saying? Like, Jacob, even when he's like MLW and all that other stuff, it's gonna be a little risk. It's gonna be a little, you know, toughness, all of that. That's the one drop alone should let you know. Now, that's why they said Cody had broke some of his ribs. If that was true, I believe it. Even if it wasn't true, I believed it. Because I was like, the way that man fell on him on that announcement table, okay, with the way Jacob wrestled, You need them daggone them new announcer tables, cause them old ones weren't gonna live up to it. I'm just saying, the standard was not gonna be there. Okay. So who knows what's gonna happen next week? We don't know if Roman and him gonna fight Bash at Berlin. I don't know how long daggone my man's Jimmy is gonna be out. Is he out indefinitely? Can he come back next month? I know 9 times out of 10 Charlotte should be ready to come back. If she don't come back my birthday month next month, I'ma know something. Okay? Because the way she was moving, I don't care what nobody say. Because I follow her. I follow her. Okay? First of all, the way she was moving after like week 2 of her surgery, I was like, hell, she could come back in the ring tomorrow. Dang. And then, on top of that, she was out. I think she came to the Hall of Fame with whole heels and stuff on. And I'm like, you just had, what was it, ACL surgery? And I was like, there's no way in hell I'd have been able to do that. Okay? I need to go back to PT for my knee. But I'm like, I know for a fact there's no way in hell I've been able to do that. I don't know. Adrenaline make you do that too. Also, when you love what you do, it makes you heal. So, but like that's okay. So he supposed to come back to his home state next week. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's doing the house show this weekend. You know, when Roman did come or will be on Smackdown every once in a while, he probably, I think, did like 3 house shows last year. One of them he couldn't do. I don't know if he was sick or had a prior engagement or what, because you know, I know he has stuff going on with his health, and then he could have something that going on with his kids, but who knows? Let me tell you something about a redemption story, okay? Roman is one of the true definitions in WWE, a redemption story, and also authenticity. Authenticity. I don't care what the former creative people had in mind for certain WWE celebrities, but every time y'all go against the grain of what they suggest to y'all, most of the time it backfires. Every interview I done watched, they be like, I went to creative, they told me no. Or they'll tell me yeah, but they be like, if it's bad, it's on you. Didn't they go out, the superstar goes out and does the idea that they pitched, and the crowd loves it. So I'm trying to figure out, I don't know if it's the same creative people. What's the issue? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, why do y'all say no at first? Is it because y'all want certain stuff set a certain way? Because I know at one point in time, they wanted, I think, I was watching Total Divas. They wanted Eva Marie's hair black. She could be like the third Bella. And she didn't. Or like back then, they wanted all the white girls to have like blonde hair. You know, just like the big 3 are diverse, white women are diverse too. Like, everybody don't want to have the back cute cut, like curls and stuff like that hair. Some of them might want to have a shortcut. Some of them might want to have a bob. Okay? Like, if we want to show diversity, in the ring, show it in the ring for real. Okay? Not just with like different cultures, different races, but even people with like the same culture. Like, everybody in the same culture and stuff is not the same. And my part just went away. Show that, because every time it backfires. They'd be like, oh, the glow thing was a hit. LA Knights, situation was a hit. It was some other stuff. I think it was the Usos when they went heel minus the face paint was a hit. Like, just Roman Reigns is doing things the way he wanted to do them was a hit. Just let it be. You know? But I'm done. I don't have much more rant in me. I will say, like I said, if I didn't say it before, I'm gonna say NXT a second, because from the highlights, it looked pretty good. I'm gonna put Raw's first this week. NXT is second. I'm gonna put Smackdown as third. And it's no like the Smackdown is on. It was kind of like, with the stuff going on in Smackdown, I was anticipating what it was gonna be like. But at the same time, like, all the stuff that's happening in Judgment Day is top tier. I feel like I saw one of the 3 competitors against LA Knight was going to happen. There's no really build up, like I said, with KO and Cody, and I love KO down. Like, KO, as far as performers for men, is him and Seth are my favorites right now currently. And then there's the parts I got excited about were like Sienna Street Profits, Ciampa talk his trash, what Roman Reigns was going to do, the big 3. Like, that was it. Everything else was okay, but you know. Oh, and the funny parts with like Pretty Deadly, and with like, and then like Tiff with Chelsea, and well, that wasn't really that funny, but like Pretty Deadly. And then Theory getting back Grayson next week. I'm interested in seeing that. I think a lot of the stuff on SmackDown I can't wait to see is happening next week. So I can't wait for that. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great night. Next week my hair will be done when you see it, because I will have these braids in for a week. I'm almost done. It'll take me like another 30 minutes. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. If the hurricane or the depression or whatever it is coming near you, I hope you guys stay safe and have power and all that other stuff. Enjoy family and friends. You don't know how much time you have with them left on earth. And yeah, and for the people that's kids going back to school, I know you excited, so they stop eating you out of house at home. Luckily my son doesn't do that so much. He might eat one snack, but he only eats when he's hungry. So I looked up, but some of the parents be like, these kids got 2 stomachs, a food stomach and a snack stomach. Like, my son is not like that. If he's hungry, he's hungry. If he's not, he'll play outside or play his game until he gets hungry again. He might grab one snack, but other than that, I don't have that issue. But you guys enjoy your night, and I will see you all probably maybe Monday. Oh yeah, I'm off for the next 2 weeks. I'm on vacation. As I said, I should have planned out my thing better, because I could have been in Orlando at Smackdown this weekend. But I didn't. So, love you all. Bye.